Self-love. I think self-love is super important for us. If we cannot fill our own cups, how do we expect to have others help fill our cup, right? And we may not even believe them when they say things that are positive to us. And so we really want to work on this. I'm going to do some videos on some aspects in our life that we can work on towards self-love and give some examples. But what is self-love? So self-love is kindness, respect, and care. And we do this through actions, right? Just the same way we would do it with somebody else. If somebody else, we're trying to do something nice for somebody, that's our actions that they notice more than just our words at times. So for us, it's the same thing. It's our actions, and they're going to support our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And this is going to take hard work and patience on our part. Just like we would give patience to somebody else, we want to give ourselves patience. And just like we would maybe put some hard work into somebody else or another relationship, we want to put hard work into our own relationship, right? Which is us. And we are super important. So one way we can do this is mindset and self-talk. So what are some examples of that? Well, your inner dialogue. You got to pay attention to this. And I always say, have some of these positive things before you get into the negative space so that you just have something to pull from. And we can write this down on, a Post-it note, put it in your house. You can put it in the notes in your phone or somewhere else that you go and look at it when you're having a rough go. So with the inner dialogue, let's say you make a small mistake at work or somewhere else, and normally you would say, I am so dumb. Well, let's change this, right? Let's correct ourselves and say, I made a mistake, but I can fix it and I can learn from it. And that's what we want in that scenario. So what's another one? Well, replace self-criticism with self-compassion. So an example of that is, instead of thinking, I'm a failure for not finishing whatever, right? And so for this example, we'll say, my to-do list. I'm a failure for not finishing my to-do list for the day. Instead of that, you can say, I did what I could today, and that's enough. Tomorrow is a new day. Super important to remember, we always have tomorrow, and if we're not on top of everything every day, give yourself some self-compassion. That's okay. And what's the last example? Well, we're going to celebrate our small wins, not just our big achievements, because it's the small wins over and over again that get us those big achievements, right? So an example of this is, I drank enough water today. I responded to emails on time, or I cleaned up my space. And instead of brushing it off, right, those small things we do during the day or the week, we're acknowledging it and we're saying, I showed up for myself today, even in small ways. And I know that I have a hard time with this because some days I won't accomplish maybe some things I want for my long-term goals, but I've done things around the house and I went grocery shopping, right? Laundry, cleaned. So I have to stop my own self and be like, no, let me kind of check off and list the things that I actually accomplished today. And I really did do something. And so this is really important. Change your mindset and self-talk and give yourself more self-love today.